Yeah, so I usually make a hole where the hole is. Now I made them round this time to make it easier. I scratched with the calipers and went, what is it, 11? And then scratched around the circle on this paint here. And cut it out with the scissors. Made a quick hole. Put the tape on, make a hole, make a little circle, and then divide it in 3, because it's going to be 3 propellers. So these portions here have to be roughly the same. Okay, so that's pretty good. And now we'll just bow it out. And the end of the propeller is quite large like that. Make it over exaggerated. We can always take some off afterwards. Right? That looks pretty good. I want to leave some in that inner circle because that's where it gets kind of troublesome sometimes, and we can always bring it down afterwards. So I'm going to cut these out, Dremel or scissors, and shape them. And we'll have 2 props. I'm going to find my shaft here. There's the shaft, there we go. And then they go on the shaft and solder on afterwards like this. Oops, sorry. I do that every once in a while because I'm close up. Alright? Yeah, I'm just going to cut them out and I'll get back to you. Yeah, so I put solder on each blade so it gets a little thicker. And then I solder the main shaft. And there we have it. And you can just twist them a little and you get kind of a propeller look. Maybe a little bit of filing. But you know, if you just do this with them a little, it does look like a propeller. Hang on, can you see that? I'll get this one with a bit there. You give them a little twist like this. I gotta make sure I'm in the camera because I'm close up. A bit more. You know what? Might be overdoing it a little. There you go. The propeller. All ready to go. I just gotta do a second one and clean them up. Ta-da! Like the end of the ship when you're doing the propeller, because you always do it last because it gets in the way building. So, there it is. Clothes hanger and a bit of tin, and then soldering it on and then putting a bit of solder on each blade, and you have your propeller. Looks pretty good. I mean, they're a little bit out of shape sometimes, but that's the coolness of doing these things, that you don't make them exactly. They're handmade, they're not perfect, they're just craft. You polish that up a bit, it'll look very good. A bit of filing in with the needle file, that'll look lovely. I'll go on the back of the boat with this as a support, as you can see there, and that'll go up against the boat. Yeah, I got up this morning and was bothered about the shaft being at an angle. The propeller being an angle down, and in the drawing, which I get to you right now, in the drawing, is this the right drawing there? Yes, the propeller is straight in, and so I readjusted, and I don't know if you can see, there we go. Let's zoom in a bit. Oh, there. I cut it in. The shaft goes into that bar with a bit of tin over it that's soldered that goes into the hull so that it's solid, and then that support, whoops, this support on the outside here, let me get into the picture, there, is going into the hull as well, and then there's a tin that's wrapped around each side of that keel and is in the hull. And I just need to clean it up, but now it looks more realistic. It was bothering me last night and I couldn't leave it go, of course. This boat is definitely having its ups and downs, and I'm doing the other boat right now. As you can see in a minute, I just get it out. I'm working on this one as well. There we go. The paper one's a little different, trying to get it in, but I'm wrapping it around that side as well, you can see. And the support's going in the hull. I just got to put some epoxy on it, and we're away. Yeah, so there's the second shaft in the paper boat. A little bit kind of wobbly to get it in there, and it's a little offline here, but not too bad. I'm gonna fix that with filler later on, and then I'll just get a a rudder stuck in the back here like this somewhere, you know, with a pin going in. Yeah, there will be a rudder here like that. Bit of tin most likely. So there we go. 2 done. 2 rudders to go. We're getting close. So yeah, I got this all in last night in epoxy, left it overnight. And, you know, 12, 14 hours. Now it's rock hard. So I'm just cleaning this up now with the Dremel. Oh, give it up. I suppose I'll go in a little there for you guys. Turn it sideways so you can see it. Just rubbing a round diamond up and down very lightly. Like a dentist. Most likely you have to fill it again a second time. As you can see, if I just plant it a bit there, can you see that? There we go. That's looking pretty good. I hit the propeller there a bit, I think. Somewhere when I was working. That's looking pretty clean. I might have to refill it again. I'll do the other side now. It's going to be the same thing. I get it so you can see it a bit there. So as you can see, it's cleaning up a little bit. I may have to get that out of the way a bit so it's a bit more light on it. I may have to file a little and clean it and file it until it looks really good. But you get the gist of what it's going to look like. There we go. Yeah, I'm a rough model maker, I think. What can I say? I'm just going to paint my ramps brown color. Like stained really, so that they look like they belong to my torpedo boat on top. I might age them a little. I have a tweezers here just so I can hold this thing without getting all paint. There we go. Must I do these all and give them a little bit of aging somehow? I don't know how yet. Maybe dark brown, or, you know. I think it look lovely, huh? Decided to go a little more orange. I like the colors. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And you can see the plank still, which is the feature of it really. I don't see any marks anywhere. Next, I'll be here a while, but not very, you know, it's relaxing, so. Yeah, so I just mixed a little bit of dark green with the orange to make a bit of a dark brown. And I'm giving it a little aging here, see. There. I'm not going to overdo it. Just give it a little bit of a feel like it's old planking. I could go a little darker with the brown. There, like that. That's nice. So I'll do that to them all, one by one. It's funny when you add colors how it helps give it a feel. Yeah, I'm back at my torpedo boats again. I'm just going to put on these wooden ledges here, wooden plankings. It's time to move on. Oops.